So I've talked a lot about the after effects of the abuse, or things that happened while I was married, but I haven't actually told the story about like getting out. So here we go. On the week of my 29th birthday, he came home from a business trip and told me that he had met someone. This wasn't the first time, so I just assumed it was going to be another one of those deals, right? He hadn't actually met her yet because he found her on a dating app. I was absolutely crushed. Remember, at this point, I still didn't realize that I was being abused by him. Things had settled down a little bit, and I had convinced myself to just be happy with my life and stick it out and stop getting mad about every little thing he says to me. Basically, I had conditioned myself to be okay with the abuse. Anyway, I cried for a week straight, drank a lot of whiskey, and just took that time to process what I was going to do next. By the end of that week, I was kind of excited. I turned 29. We went out for my birthday as friends because we had officially decided that we were already separated so that he could be free to talk to this new girl. This sounds so ridiculous to say it out loud, but that was in August of 2018. That whole next year was absolute hell. We were back and forth trying to decide what we were going to do, and I just kept letting him yank me around like his little puppet. And I finally pushed through with the divorce in April of 2019. I didn't actually get out of there until August of 2019. But he was working out of town at the time, so I kept living in that house because I was waiting for my current house to open up. Still had renters in it, and I didn't want to go rent a shitty apartment while I was waiting for this house to open. All the horrible things that I'd ever seen him do was like times 10 in that 1 year. It was awful. That's when I'd seen him rage the most. He was drunk all the time. I mean, I was drunk a lot too, just because I couldn't deal with what was happening. I still didn't think it was a big enough deal for me to like get up out of there until that last straw when he was throwing all my stuff out the door. On my 30th birthday, he came home from work, and I had been packing all day, jamming out to music. I had it pretty loud when he walked in the door because I didn't know he was coming home. He gets there and finds me in a happy mood, so he starts throwing boxes of my things out on the porch and, just throwing a fit like they do. Breaks a bunch of my stuff. And I, at this point, had a go bag, like, packed and ready of the things that I needed if I had to leave in a hurry, because that definitely wasn't the first time I'd had to leave. So I left that night and never went back, except I took a trailer back over there to get all my stuff, and I knew he was going to be at work. So if I had advice for someone who's trying to get out right now, do it now. Don't staying and trying to make it work more and more and more, or staying because you don't feel the need to get out, or staying because your kids, you don't want to uproot them. Just do it now. He would come home randomly on the weekends without letting me know, and we were already divorced, but he still had control over my life. Don't live like that. It was the worst thing I could have possibly done. Yikes.